Why hello there everyone, welcome back. I'm your host today, Mr. Mobile. Today is a day where I talk about things in Fortnite Creative. That's usually a normal day for us on this channel. But we're talking about this device right over here. One of the newest devices added to Fortnite. We'll probably get some new ones tomorrow. But it is this, the item placer. This is one of the coolest devices we've had in a long old time, and it allows us to throw any consumable, any weapon or any trap into it and allow us to basically place it onto the floor like we would with the actual gun to make it seem a lot more realistic. Well, that's a terrible drop. Can we not go under that? We can. That's an awful drop. I guess you can't use drop on this device, okay. But yeah, you could place it on the ground and make it look really cool and then allow your character to go up to it and pick it up. Of course, you can't make it an infinite amount, which they really need to add. Hopefully we'll get that in tomorrow's update. But I'm here to talk about what could you use this device for. What special little things can you do with it to make other uses rather than just showing off weapons and stuff, twisting the eye to make it look like different things. So I've literally just started this one right there when saying that, and it's just with like the chainsaw gun thing here. First of all, place it down, go like that. Look at that, now you got saw blade on the floor. Very cool. And you could put this probably on the walls and stuff as well. It's not hollow, so you could obviously put a death barrier over those and that would actually hurt you if you stood on them. But let's go over to the testing area right over here. Alrighty, there's my Shrek video. That was another thing. I did use it on my Shrek video. We used it to place food on the table. And drop actually did work with these guys. I don't know why it didn't work with that, but drop does sometimes work with it. And I think it's so cool being able to have like drink things that you shouldn't be able to have as like an actual prop. I think that's so cool that we can actually do that now. So we could have like a bunch of glasses on the table. This was never a prop, so we basically have a lot of new props that we can play with. Now, one thing I found out which was quite interesting was with the firework flare gun when I threw that in. See this little pin down here? If we pick it up, that pin gets physics when we actually move it. So if you attach this to a prop mover, I don't know if you can attach it to a prop mover. Why is the prop mover not at the top? That's dumb. Okay, we can't use a prop mover on it. That sucks a lot because I was planning some stuff to do with it, with the prop mover. But yeah, I think it's really weird that they gave the stuff physics when you have it like selected like this. Because if you can't move it in the actual game, what's the point of giving it physics? But anyway, let's actually start going into some stuff. So most of the things are going to be in consumables because we have a lot of cool things in consumables, like these flower petals and this fibrous herbs. We could throw them in it and once they go in, oh well, I mean if the textures worked that would be a good start, but you know, you could get like flower ones like that. From this side it looks a bit better. And now you've got like a flower thing that we had never before. Again, we could put bacon into it and batteries in it. We never had a proper bacon prop. They usually just sat like that. Now we sort of have bacon. Now one bug at the minute is that most consumables still have their fuzziness glue on them, which sucks, but we can work around that, I'm sure. Duct tape as well. I mean, we can literally have duct tape now and set that up properly. That's so cool that we actually have duct tape. Let's get into the stuff I was actually wanting to talk about. Wait, can we put a porta fort in it? Sorry, I'm getting distracted. I never tried a porta fort. That's amazing. If you could literally use this as a box, like a futuristic box sort of thing, you know? It looks like a futuristic chest. Ooh, that's an idea, right? Another thing you can use in it is the Rift to Go. The Rift to Go you can put in it. And if you didn't know, Rift to Go's sort of, personally to me anyway, look a bit like a snow globe. So you could line it up properly. And now you have yourself a little snow globe, which again, we have no snow globes in Creative. What's that all about, huh? Why have we got no snow globe? Now, one thing I seen a lot of people do was get the jetpack and put it in. So you could actually have like the jetpack we had in last season where it was up on the wall. Some people were thinking that was a tester in the Battle Royale for this device. I don't know though. Well, tell me what you think in the comments below. Now, one also cool thing I want to show you we can do, which is amazing by the way. Let's go ahead and let's grab the DMR. Okay, let's throw the DMR in. So here we are, we've got our DMR chilling just like so. Okay, let's go ahead and actually clear items and get ourselves a boombo, one of the best weapons ever. Back in season 8 it was my favorite weapon. And let's then turn that like that and put that then sort of on top of there, and you can basically, what I'm trying to put is you can make your own custom weapons. It'd probably be better with a crossbow or something, but you get the idea. You can now make sort of custom gun look things, which is really cool. We couldn't do that before, so now this is like a sniper bow instead. Can't use it like that, but it's still just a cool way to customize weapons. Now here's one here, the pumpkin launcher. If you throw your pumpkin launcher in there and you have like a wall, let's large it up a bit, and you could put the gun behind the wall so you don't see it and you just see the pumpkin. Now you have a glowing pumpkin face that we did not have before. Does that not look awesome? I think it looks really cool. It's too bad we can't like place it out here on the floor, because then you're going to see that gun. It looks like a cool looking pipe. Now of course you could put your weapons up in the walls. That's what's expected. That's like what everybody done at the very start. I didn't, of course, because I do not think like that. I mean, you could even put food down and make it look so cool. And here's one, the boombox. I might think, hold on, is it gonna look like an actual boombox? I'd think so, yeah. Again, we cannot get rid of the rarity effect, and that is so annoying. But once they fix that bug with like all the devices, what you'll realize is this is a new boombox that we have. Yes, we've got the radio device, but it looks completely different to that. It looks more like a sort of realistic thing, like that. It looks a lot more realistic. So if you're wanting a more cartoony looking one, this is the one you'd probably want to use, and you can use it right there and let people pick it up and everything. Very cool. Now lastly, I did say about traps. Yes, we can put traps in, like damage traps, landing pads, bounce pads, all that good stuff. But did you ever think that we could use them for traps? Landing pads, you know, launch pads even, not landing pads, launch pads. I suppose you could make a trap out of them normally by making the person jump on it into a trap on the roof, but yeah, that's a bit old school. Instead, you could just have one placed out there, fully sized, so it's the same size as the normal launch pad. As you can see, you go right through it. So for an example, if we search up black, go into this gallery, there's a circle floor here, and we could go ahead, grab the circle floor and put the launch pad then on top of it. Of course you'd have to shrink the floor. No, not you buddy, the floor please, and put the floor down there, and then you could get like a normal black floor piece and just build it around it, because you're not going to see the rest of it. Once you've done that, you could go back in here and grab like the walls and put the walls up around the sides of this. I'm just doing it not neatly because I'm going to just rush through it, something like that, because then when the person comes in, they're not going to be able to see through the gap. Of course you're going to need to put a floor down like as well. Bam, floor. Now go ahead, grab yourself a damage trap, and you could do elimination. Put the damage trap then in the floor here. No, not that high up, because then the person's going to die if they walk up to the thing. You do not want that like that. So if we go ahead and start the game, the character will be like, oh, a launch pad, let's go ahead and jump on that. Oh, what? Why did the launch pad kill me? Was that a bug? Like glitched through the thing, you know? I mean, you'd have to have probably particle effects off at the minute until they fix again that bug. That bug is probably the worst thing about it. Once you get around that, this is the best device for creating literally anything imaginable with weapons and consumables. You could have a system where it shows a shield. Oh, but after 30 days, the shield is going to run out of use by date. Yeah. So the device changes, and the new consumable is the oxidized mineral powder, which looks the exact same as a big shield, except it's brown inside. And there's also a grey version of mini shields, a green version of and grey version of slurp juice, and a yellow version as well of another mini shield. So you could make like some sort of out-of-date system in games. That would be awesome. But anyway, I'm going to leave this here just to start to make your minds think on what you could use this device actually for. I mean, you could use carved twine as a caterpillar, come on now, or this as turds, who knows. You even have the barrel powder here, blast powder thing, and you could literally go ahead and grab a device and put this in it. Like, we now, where did it go? What have you done? Yeah, we now have this new barrel then prop. It's such a cool device for getting a bunch of props we didn't actually have before. But anyway, I'm gonna leave it there, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this little short sort of tutorial, I guess, on the new device that we got. It's a lovely device. It's small but simple and effective. But I'll see you tomorrow, everybody, and goodbye.